Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Ulta, and more.
Welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour. Thanks so much for joining us again. We're so excited to be back. How are you, Kathy?
I am fabulous. I am sitting cool in my heels on vacation, loving the cool weather. But
Nice.
Today, we are going to be answering more of your fan questions. Make sure you're submitting them. We love reading them. Just go to bachelornation.com/golden hour and submit away.
Send us everything, your questions, your updates, and your opinions. We want all of it. And you can also DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour.
Okay. So before we get into the episode, we're going to start with the question of the day. But can I just say to you,
part.
my favorite part, but I just want to say, you know, I'm on vacation. I'm in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just love the cool weather, even in summer?
Yes. It's like September. It gets real cool at night, and then the mornings are chilly, and then it's really nice all day.
I mean, this is such a treat for me because I'm wearing sweaters and long pants. In Texas, like, I won't get weather like this till like November.
But you're lucky because when I was in Canada last year, it was 105.
Well, you know what, Susan, stay away from Canada. You're ruining this country. All right. And by the way, I'll bring you some maple syrup because I know you like to cook.
Good.
All right, here we go. Question of the day. Have you ever seen someone ruin a friendship or a relationship just by how they handled something? What do you think?
It's hard for me to remember, but yes, people do stupid things.
I mean, I haven't personally done this, but I have seen people let their mouth run away with them, and they'll say something that really offends the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And
most
like,
of the time
I'm
they
watching this going, really? Did you just say that?
Right. And they regret it after. Well, some regret it afterwards, but.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's unfortunate though. I mean, I think sometimes, you know, your mouth gets away with you.
Were you ever in a situation where two of your friends and one of them was being a dick to the other one and you're trying not to pass judgment? I opened my big mouth. It's none of my business, but I was in the same car and I'm like, yo, don't talk to him like that.
Wait, and then did their friendship deteriorate?
No, they're married, but.
No, I've had, I mean, look at Teresa Nee. I told her to zip it, and how long did it take for
today,
us?
Yes.
I mean, but how long did it take, right? I think people sometimes don't think, and again, we're older, so we think first.
That's something I learned in my golden years.
We think first before we speak. And so I will say I've been guilty. This I have been guilty of. I don't think it's ever ruined a relationship, but I have been guilty of saying something. My sister will often say to me, Kathy, you are an English major. You're a wordsmith.
You correct everybody.
No, not grammar. Be precise with your words so that you mean what you say and you say what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I will say something and it's like, well, I didn't mean it that way. So I think sometimes people have to remember that what you say, what comes out of your mouth is what people hear.
And that goes hand in hand with the delivery.
That's right.
You soften things up, even though you're saying something that's not a positive thing, but the way you say it, some people can accept it a little easier sometimes. But if you say it like harshly, it's an immediate defense.
You and I just talked about this. I met a woman recently in Bachelor World who reminded me of me. And her delivery, I was like, wow. It was like holding a mirror up. And
because
I liked her a lot. I liked her a lot, but I could see where what she was saying was right. There was but I've never lost a friendship over it that I'm aware of. I've never lost a relationship.
Like today, when I said earlier about the recap on Bachelor in Paradise, how I related to Parisa, and I'm so glad that I saw it because I used to be a lot like that. Like, pull back, Susan, don't give it all because it could be a turnoff. It's smothering. Brian
wait a minute. Well, we don't have time to get back into that today, but
right.
I thought you were saying earlier that you thought it was great that Parisa complimented him.
I did, because I used to do the same things, smother them with good.
How did they get you know what?
So basically what that means is it's all about the chase with men. And if you're too available, you lose.
Whoa. We just changed the question of the day.
We did. We're going to talk about this. How many out there are like this?
You're telling me if you're too available, the relationship isn't going to work out?
A lot of times, like, they enjoy the chase when you're, and I'm not good at it, when you're playing a little hard to get, if you will. You read the books that says be busy when they call. What do you mean? I'm not busy. I want to go out with them. Why would I do that?
Susan's like, wait a minute, I need 10 minutes to put on my eyeliner. I'll be right there.
Did you ever do that? Did you ever say you were busy and you weren't?
Do you think I play games?
Oh, no, I forgot. She didn't date. She got married and went to Berlin. No.
Not Berlin, Scotland.
Scotland.
Okay, with Susan, we're going to just have a little test here. Berlin is in what country?
Berlin is Teresa. Scotland is Kathy. And we just had a tiny little bit of a technical difficulty that I had to take a picture of your face that was frozen, Kathy. It was adorable. And with that being said, we're going to move along.
Get into the fan questions.
All right. We'll get into our fan questions for today. I'm going to start us off with the first one. You ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Hey, ladies, I think I messed up and I need some help. I was at my boyfriend's company party this past Friday. It was fun at first until I looked over and saw my boyfriend chatting with one of his coworkers. Let's call her Mia. To me, their conversation seemed super flirty, and it was really pissing me off. He has a tendency to be a social butterfly and bounce around the room while I'm feeling awkward. I don't usually clam up in social situations, but being around your partner's coworkers that you don't know is really intimidating. When I went over to grab him, he said, "1 sec. I'm telling Mia about X, Y, and Z." I was really annoyed, and in the moment felt like he was picking her over me. Oh. And my jealousy got the best of me. So I started passively flirting with his boss. Nothing inappropriate, just being a little flirty and friendly. Well, apparently one of my boyfriend's work friends noticed and asked him if I was cool with that. He politely asked if we could head home because he was tired. I thought nothing of it, so I said sure, and we said our goodbyes. The car ride home was completely silent. He told me he needed some space and was really hurt and embarrassed. How do I fix this? Was I really in the wrong for what I did? I'm really confused right now. Thanks, ladies.
Can I go first?
Yes,
Hell yeah, you were really wrong. You don't ever flirt with the boss. I don't care if it's your boss, your boyfriend's boss, your sister's boss, your grandmother's boss. You do not flirt with the boss.
That's what jealousy will do.
Oh, come on. First of all.
Why couldn't she, Kathy, when he said, wait, just 1 sec, I'm telling her about X, Y, and Z, chime right in and be a part of it. Oh my gosh, yes, wait till you hear this part. And be a part of that conversation instead of feeling insecure.
Well, so let me just tell you, you and I, shocker, are both outgoing. We can walk in. It's one of my strongest suits, and I know it's one of yours. We can walk into a cocktail party with no one we know and leave with 100 best friends because you and I can enter. We have that capability. My husband was the guy who would stand around while I was talking and then get angry with me that I didn't stand by his side because he was not outgoing.
But did you ever feel like he left you to talk to somebody?
No, but he felt that I left him to talk to people and he would get very angry. Now, I wasn't flirting. I was just having conversations. Here's where you went wrong, Anonymous. Your boyfriend, Susan's right, your jealousy got in the way. Your boyfriend is your boyfriend. If you don't have the faith and the trust in your relationship and you see a red flag because he's chit-chatting with a workmate who happens to be female.
It sounds like that's his personality, like she said.
I'm saying if that is your worry, that you cannot trust your boyfriend, because he's chatting with a workmate, you have bigger issues in your relationship. That's what I think. You need to get at the heart of why you don't trust your boyfriend. That's what I would say. What do you think?
And the only way out of it, and it's not even out of it, is tell the truth. Just say, I was a little jealous. I saw you. To me, it looked like you were flirting with Mia, and I felt uncomfortable, so I decided to do the same.
So I decided to flirt with your boss?
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, Susan, if the roles were reversed, I'd have to rethink that relationship. I hate to sound harsh, but if I were dating a guy and he started flirting with my boss, I don't want that. Would you?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I wouldn't want to deal with the aftermath.
I understood where she was coming from about he leaves her at his work party. But of course, you're going to his people. So he's going to do that.
That's right. Go chit-chat. Go find someone to chat with. Don't hit on his boss. You got a room full of people, friend. Go sit and talk.
We don't know what she did, though. She said she was flirty. I don't care what she did. I
don't care. The point here is she thought it was flirty.
Beg for forgiveness.
Oh,
but no, she can't let go of the fact that how it was making her feel that he didn't have the decency to include her in a conversation with Mia. Do you know what I mean? She's standing there by herself. She don't know these people.
Susan,
I get it.
Are we talking? No, I'm sorry. You and I, shocker, are going to disagree yet again.
Okay.
We are not talking about a 10-year-old. We're talking about adults who are in adult relationships. If your boyfriend is talking with someone else, be it male or female, you know what you do? Strike up a conversation with the guy or gal next to you. Find something to talk about. The cumulus clouds overhead. Find something to
Not
speak
everybody
of.
has the gift of gab like you, though, Kathy.
Well, she had the gift of gab with his boss.
I think she should have stayed in the conversation with the X, Y, and Z with Mia. That's where my butt would be. If I thought he was flirting with her, I'd be right right in
great
between.
Answer. Hang out with Mia and your boyfriend and chit-chat, or talk to the male or female next to you about what color socks the waiter has on, or anything, but don't flirt with the boss. Do not ever. It is an axiom of life. Never flirt with the boss.
To do.
So I'm sorry that your boyfriends need space. I don't blame you. Do I sound harsh? Is my delivery harsh, Susan?
If I felt, yes. But she was wrong for doing that with the boss. I get it. Because he didn't even notice. Somebody had to tell him. That's the best part. Maybe he isn't the one for you.
Well, she said nothing inappropriate.
Share with him that you felt uncomfortable, that he was flirting. It seemed like he was flirting. That didn't give you the right to do what you did. You admit fault. However, if you feel that way, then go be a part of it, and you still feel uncomfortable, then freaking leave.
Yeah. I'm just saying, in the future, do anything anonymous. Anything. But go hang out in the ladies' room. Do anything. Pick dust off the carpet. Ask if there's a vacuum cleaner because you want to vacuum the drapes. Do anything. But do not flirt with your boyfriend's boss.
No,
ever.
That was dumb. That was dumb.
Ever.
That was dumb.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I
love Prime shopping. It's on Prime. Visit Amazon.
Some great drink. Right, 2025.
Prescription birth control. Quick pregnancy. Explanon is over.
Keep on safe. Local CVS store
is very friendly.
Something.
Up a conversation. Nobody's speaking
to look in the mirror at
your favorite products.
All right, we're moving on now that I've tortured her. And I'm really sorry, and I hope you guys get back together, Anonymous, but I really would encourage you to look in the mirror and evaluate why you don't trust your boyfriend, because that's really what is at the heart of this. It's really not.
It's funny, Kathy. It brings to mind, Frederic is very friendly, and we're all French people. Nobody's speaking my language, and he knows everybody, and everybody loves him. And I felt a little weird a couple times. Not that I thought he was flirting, but just like, hey, I'm over here. And I did. I tried to strike up a conversation and can't speak the language. So what do you do then? Da, 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 da.
I mean, listen, when in doubt, go to the bar and get a drink.
I ate.
Or in your case, when in doubt, go to one of the boutiques and go buy yourself something. All right, let's move on.
Moving right along.
Moving right. The next one. Hi, Kathy and Susan. I need to know if I'm the bad guy here. The other day, wait, can I just say before we get to this question,
What?
When people write in and say, I need to know if I'm in the wrong. I need to know if I'm the bad guy. I need to know if I made a mistake.
They know.
The rule of thumb is if you think you did,
you did it.
You probably did. Let's just cut it there. Okay. I need to know if I'm the bad guy here. The other day, I poked fun, there you go, at my friend Lila in our group chat. She's always sending us updates about her really shitty first dates, usually live texting and all in good fun. So yesterday when she said, ugh, another one bites the dust, I replied, sis, I'm starting to think it's you, crying emoji. Everyone in the group chat laughed, reacted to it, and we all quickly followed up with questions and jokes as usual.
Okay.
Well, she didn't respond after I sent that and left the group chat at the end of the night. When I texted her after she left the chat to see if she was upset with me, she didn't answer. It's been almost 2 days and I still haven't heard from her. What should I do? My friends are all staying out of it, but reassured me that it wasn't a big deal and to just give her time to cool off. I'm honestly really annoyed with her. Am I justified in feeling that way? Thanks, ladies.
Yes, you are justified, because if she does this repeatedly and you're joking and say, maybe it's you, babe, there's nothing wrong with that. That was funny. Kathy's face is telling me different.
Yeah, I'm like kind of stunned that you said that. I think if it had been me, I don't like texting because there's no emotion in texting. You can't read the emojis, right? That's the problem with texting. But had I done that and said something like, maybe it's you, maybe she feels like there is something wrong with her. So what I would have done later is I would have texted Lila and said, hey, girlfriend, or him, hey, friend, I was kidding. I didn't mean it. I hope you didn't take offense at it. No. He said she left the group chat and he hasn't heard from her.
She texted her and she left the chat to see if she was upset. She didn't answer. It's been 2 days. Oh, you mean just a one-on-one text?
When I texted her after she left the chat to see,
yeah,
I wouldn't
she
text
texted
her
in the group. I see.
I wouldn't have texted her to see if she was upset. I would have said, hey, I'm really sorry. I don't think it's you. I didn't mean to offend you.
Babe, I was just teasing.
I was teasing and I'm sorry. I understand you probably didn't find it funny.
Obviously,
call out
you didn't
the
think it was funny. I was just busting them a little bit. Please don't be
and
mad.
I'm sorry and I won't do it again. But fact
Kathy,
that
for a girl not to join back in the text for 2 days over that?
Well, maybe something else
really
is going on.
Her. That's why the dates are bad.
I'm saying maybe she feels badly. Maybe she feels like there is something wrong with her, and that's why
it could be.
Things
or it
don't
hurt her
work out.
feelings. It could have hurt
Another
her feelings.
one bites the dust. Maybe she's feeling
but it
down
sounds
on
to me
herself.
like she can put it out there. Another one bites the dust. Oh, but she can't take it. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's the case, Susan.
Yeah. Well,
maybe
then
she
friends
can't
like
take
that.
it. Oh, look at you! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
If they're going to get bent out
I
of
can't
shape
take it.
over
I'm
that.
crying in a corner. What are you going to do?
What happened?
I said, now I can't take it. I'm crying in a corner. You're going to say, see you
I'm
later,
cold
Kathy?
pulling you by your hair and say, snap the freak out of it, Kath. Let's go. I'll give you a stupid tequila and I'll have a pizza.
And I will drink the tequila and Susan will have 2 slices of pizza. I don't know. I don't think this person has the, whoever it is, I don't think this person has the right to be annoyed.
So
I think
she's asking us, am I in the wrong? Is that how she started this one?
Yeah, I think you're in the wrong not for what you did. I think you're in the wrong for not reaching back out and saying, hey, girlfriend, let's talk about it.
Yes,
let's talk about your friendship is value to me. I care about you. I love you. Let's not let this come between us. Come on, let's talk.
I know.
Then,
really, get a life.
Then,
get a life.
Anonymous.
Go buy a life.
I would say if you make an honest effort to talk with her, get it out in the open, what's really bothering her, and she still doesn't talk to you, then that's her problem, not yours. But right now, I think you owe it. Do you agree?
But yeah, I wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And I don't think she was intending to hurt her feelings because this happens
I don't either.
after every time. And everybody laughed.
But some people are sensitive, Susan, especially if she's always getting broken up.
Sensitive when she goes, another one bites the dust. That's not being real sensitive.
No, that she said about herself.
I know.
But maybe she's sensitive that guys break up with her. Who knows?
No, she's saying the date sucks. She said she constantly always sends updates about her really shitty first dates, usually live texting and all in good fun. So yesterday she says, another one bites the dust.
Yes,
and
but
she said,
Susan,
I'm starting to think
second.
it's you, crying emoji. That's funny.
I know. It is funny, but here's the thing. If, you and I make jokes all the time, but sometimes people make jokes when they're really hurting inside. And maybe she's hurting.
That's true.
So I'm just saying, maybe she's hurting that none of these dates ever go well. And if it were me, I would be thinking, what's wrong with me? So for someone to voice that, I could see where she would feel bad. Mm-hmm. So I would try it again. Long and short of this is, before we move on, I would try again to reach out to her, apologize, make sure she understands how she's valuable to you. You value your friendship with her, and try to make amends. And like Susan said, if she's still, then that's her problem and you got to move on and let her cool off. Absolutely. All right. Are you ready?
But
we are going to do a golden spotlight, Susan, where we talk about something that impacts the golden community.
Okay.
Today, we're talking about my favorite topic, retirement. Okay. So the things I want to talk about, I'm interested in other people's opinion. I am retired. You're not really retired yet, but I don't want to date a guy who's not retired because then he can't travel. He's limited to 2 or 3 weeks a year. Look at what Joan and Chalk are going through. She's retired. I mean, she's doing stuff to Bachelor, but she doesn't have a full-time job. Chalk does.
Not by choice, though.
I don't care if it's by choice. He's not retired. She is. I am retired. I don't want to date a guy who's not retired. How do you feel about that? That is a big issue, I think.
I am dating a guy that's not retired, and I have more free time than yeah.
But you're not really retired either, so you guys balance the balance.
I guess so. No, that would suck because you have to wait for him to be able to.
And for me, when I retired, I did have a bit of an adjustment. I didn't have the rigid structure of the schedule anymore. I could kind of do what I want when I want. And so when guys have asked me out, I've had some guys in their 50s and early 60s ask me out. I don't really want to do it. Remember that guy we met in California at the hotel? The guy was 58.
Yes.
And he was really interested in me. And I said, yeah, but you work full time. He goes, we can make it work. He bi-coastal and he works full time. I mean, what do you think about that?
But even just adjusting to retirement, like I, over the years, had many, many clients that one was retiring, but the other one wasn't. And that adjustment, that he's home all the time. And she was like, oh my gosh, he needs a hobby or whatever. It is an adjustment. And if you don't plan on what activities or what you want to do, you just got to think about it as it comes.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for that?
You have to, it's like dating again almost. It's like rekindling a friendship, a relationship.
I definitely would give him more chores since he was the one at home and I'm still working. Of
course you would. Susan had him down with a mop and sponge on the kitchen floor.
Got to clean the bathroom.
What do you think of when you hear Amazon Prime? Delivery trucks outside your home, your favorite show. I'm very...
Turn off there, it's on.
Come with me and
You can't feel the implant. Contact your doctor. With less than one pregnancy per 100 women who use
more. So for deals and...
Hassle-free, on your terms. .com.
Pair well, but again, it's, I just...
Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Okay, so there are those things, the adjustment of time, like everyone has more time when you're retired, dating. I just said I want to date someone who's retired. What about, I hit the elephant in the room, finances? when you're retired.
And you didn't prepare well.
Some people don't prepare well, but again, you have the time and you want to balance the resources. Like, do you think Goldens, I don't know, do you think Goldens spend enough time thinking about what retirement's going to be like, to finance what they want to do?
Well, Goldens are in that. You think younger people, I think younger people should focus more on what it's going to be to retire and start saving now. I did it backwards and I regret it because I always thought, oh, he's making a ton of money. I don't have to worry. Who thought we were going to get a divorce? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but really
also,
should focus.
But I mean, I'm not saying my question right. Let's try this again. When Goldens, when we're retired, now we're golden, whether you're 60, whatever it is, we're retired. Mm-hmm. I think that Goldens, I've dated some guys who are like, hey, I'm retired, I can do anything I want. Come to find out, they can't because we're living longer. And I don't think Goldens think enough about once they're retired.
Do you mean financially? Like they didn't?
I think that's one of the things that I have noticed.
Keep somebody from traveling like crazy or spending money. They have to be on a budget because they know what's left and how they have to live.
But I'm saying I have met a lot of Goldens who don't give any thought. I'm not talking about what I agree with what you're saying. Young people need to think back, hey, I'm going to be retired someday. I'm talking about the people I've met who are retired, who are spending like it's Christmas every day. And they're like, yeah, I'll worry about that later. I'm like, I don't think they've figured out that we're living longer, we're healthier. I find that amazing. You haven't come across that?
One of the things that I've always said to people, everybody back when, like this is our parents and our grandparents, and they would do without. They wouldn't go on trips because they were saving it to their golden years. I totally disagree with that. I think go while you're healthy and young and you work for it and you go and take your holiday and then you pay for it and you save up for the next time. When it's finally retirement, a lot of times, Kathy, who needs a knee replacement, I know my dad, God bless him, he retired a week later, he got a knee replacement and 6 weeks later he passed. So he never got to enjoy his retirement. So it just depends.
But that's what I'm saying. Retirement looks so different today. People who are retired still some people who are retired want to volunteer full time because they want things to do.
They would like to keep busy.
I will be honest with you, most of my friends, in fact, I would say 95% of my friends are not retired. They're between age 40 and 60.
And that's frustrating for us because we want to go do things and they can't because they're still working or their budget doesn't allow.
And so I find having as much energy as I have, as much time as I have and the desire to do things, I think sometimes people think retirement is going to be this opportunity to do everything you want to do. But you know what I find? I have to find people to do it with me. And it's like a whole new set of friends sometimes because you got to find people who can do those things with you. And I think retirement is not, I mean, in my parents' generation, our parents didn't live length that we're living our grandparents, right?
Right. And everybody's different. Like they're not healthy enough to go enjoy things. Like they can't do it because their health has been altered somehow.
Yeah.
That's why I say
I think my advice to Goldens, not that anyone's asking me today, but hey, what the hell? I think Goldens should spend more time concerned about their health so that they can live active years.
And can I say something else, Kathy? Something that I didn't realize. Okay, some people live on Medicare and they take out.
No. You mean Social Security.
Social Security. And they take out for Medicare and they take out for this and then they own a home. They have to pay taxes. There's nothing left for them. And I don't think people think about that. You don't realize. No,
that's what I'm saying. I think you and I are doing a free advertisement for AARP today.
I swear, sign it up.
But I do think that retirement. I do think that retirement looks very different today, and I think that's a good thing. But I will say I have had some challenges finding people active enough to date, finding girlfriends who can afford to travel or even want to travel. Retirement looks very different in 2025 than it did
and
for our
kids
parents.
And our grandkids that are learning. I can't tell them enough. Put away for a rainy day. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you to stop living, but
do you tell your kids? Because I know we have young grandchildren. I tell my kids all the time. First of all, you and I travel a lot. We're doing different things, and our kids are like, "Wait a minute, we need you to babysit." Yeah, sorry, I won't be home. But I always say to my kids how energetic we are. Do you think our kids appreciate how much energy we have in our retirement?
Yeah, I do. My kids just worry about me spending their inheritance.
Well, that is actually another question for retirement. Do you think we should be saving to give money to our kids, or should we be spending every time in our retirement?
Well, nobody spends every dime, but yes, you're hoping something's left for them. But I'm not going to go without because I want to leave more. You're not. That's selfish. I worked all my life, So I want to be able to enjoy it with them, though. I like to go with them on vacation. Like I just came back from the Outer Banks with my son Christopher's family and a bunch of other people.
So I brought my whole family to Canada.
Yes.
But in retirement, again, it's very different. My retirement is very different from my parents when they retired. Yeah. But that is another thing. I want, when you talk about dating in retirement, I know you have Frederic, but I still talk about in retirement, I want someone where family is important. I love spending time with my family in retirement. I think, to me, it's almost a red flag if I go out on a date with a guy and he's like, my kids, that's their problem. I'm here to have fun. That's a red flag for me because retirement is about
my kids
having.
Will say they wish I was around even more because I'm always going somewhere. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that, people talk about being invisible once they retire, once they hit 60, being invisible. I just think retirement today looks very different. We're as active. We travel. We do things, and I love that. And I hope all the people out there who are listening today who are retired realize that misconceptions that, you're retired, you curl up on a sofa and read a book and go to sleep. Yeah. I hope people realize that is not what retirement is anymore.
Still being alive and enjoying your life and your families,
Getting out, enjoying life. I mean, I want retirement for me. Well, first of all, I plan on living I can't tell my kids that 30 more years.
Oh, God. Healthy. I'll be long gone, Kath. I'll save you a spot. And that was fun.
You're leaving me, Susan? Oh,
yes, darling. I'm going before you. But everybody, let us know what you thought about this conversation and where you're at in life.
Let us know what you think about retirement,
some of you are retired, some not. Those of you that haven't looked into retirement savings, get busy.
That is Susan's PSA for today.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, it's really great. I think these topics are all interesting, and we hope that, we gave you something to chew on, something to think about today.
Yes.
But in the meantime, be sure to follow us on Bachelor Happy Hour because we have new episodes coming out every week. You don't want to miss it. This week is retirement. Next week, we're having a whole episode about dating 20-year-olds.
Or sex. I don't know. You never know what we're going to talk about. Do you think we're piquing their interest?
Sex with 20-year-olds. Listen in.
Make sure to submit your questions to us, and you know how to do that. Just go to bachelornation.com/goldenhour or DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts. Until next time, have a great week.
Ciao.